What are the things that you can absolutely take off your plate in that last month of pregnancy? What should you not be stressing about in month 9 of pregnancy? Today, I'm going to just start removing things from your plate that you don't even need to think about. And I'm so glad that you're here because we do not need to increase our stress. We have enough on our plates growing a human, sometimes even 2 or 3 inside our body. So let's get going.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Announcement. The pregnancy nurse is a nurse, but not your nurse. This is informational, not medical advice. Thank you.
And yes, these are things that I saw in my 20 years in labor and delivery, plus having 3 babies of my own and talking to millions of people online. I see your worries. I see your concerns. Let's fix them today. The first thing that you do not need to be stressing about in that 9th month of pregnancy is beyond the basics of your baby. Now, I have a whole baby necessities video here on YouTube. I actually have a whole baby necessities checklist that I can send to you. I'm going to link it down below. Going beyond those things that you're going to need in the first 3 months of life, you don't need to be doing that. I see so many people like, I need to get a high chair and I need to get, an exerciser or all these different things. You really just need the basics. And then, maybe you start to supplement after baby's born. Maybe you don't buy a swing ahead of time because I know a lot of people who buy the swing and then don't end up using it. Buy it if you need it. You don't have to have everything on hand. And there's all these registry checklists that can be really overwhelming. Really just think about the basics. You gotta have that car seat. You gotta have diapers. You gotta have a few clothes to put on that baby. And then beyond that, you can grab things as you see fit. Again, check out that checklist for what I really recommend. No fluffs. We don't fulfill the whole nursery before baby's even born in this economy. You know what I'm saying? I should say 2 or 3 other things that I do think it's really handy to have on hand that I just wanted to mention is a stroller that will work for an infant. Make sure that you have one of those because that can be really handy going to appointments and things like that. A lot of people love a front pack baby carrier. I bought mine used. You can often find them at a used kids store for not very much. Try it out. If you love it, you could try a different brand than the one that you have if you think. And then I really love a bouncer just because it was easy to take baby room to room. If you had a bassinet, you can use that as well. But those are the big ones for me as far as supplies. Stroller, carrier, car seat, obviously, a bouncer, maybe a front pack carrier. When I say front pack, I mean those fabric kind that weave your baby to the front of you. I used a baby Bjorn because I am old. Although also real easy to use. I don't know that I ever would have been able to do the strap kind. I am not particularly agile in that area. The next thing that you could just take off of your plate is shaving. Now, if you love that feeling of being shaved, either your legs or downtown or your armpits, then do it. I'm not saying you don't have to do it, but if you're worried about, especially your lady parts, or some people come in labor and they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't shaved my legs. Girl, I do not care at all what your legs look like. Keep it as a jungle. Completely fine with me. Take that off your plate. Now, if it makes you feel comfortable, do it. But if you're like, oh, it's so much, stop. You don't need to worry about it. And you definitely don't need to worry about your lady bits. We're not concerned about that at all. Now, in your last month of pregnancy, hopefully you don't have to worry about a birth class because you've already finished it. But in case a birth class is still on your list, I actually have a birth class that I recommend that only takes 3 hours. So you can very easily just mark that one off of your list. I'm going to link that birth class down below. Fun facts, I do recommend that you finish your birth class normally by about 34 weeks, but you always have this time to be able to do that. So taking a quick one can be really helpful and so beneficial. People absolutely love that they've taken that class. Now, here's one I've seen online, and I don't know if it's just because of a video I made. It's an enema. So I've had some people saying, do I need to take an enema when I think that I'm in labor? You do not. We haven't given enemas since I started in labor and delivery in 2001. I don't think that they're recommended. Just in general, they're not great for your bowels. So if that's something that you're concerned about, take it off your plate. You don't need to worry about an enema. You're welcome. The final one is to know what you're going to do. I see so many people online saying, I don't know if I'm going to get an epidural or not. They're 6 months pregnant. And I'm like, girl, you don't need to know. What you do need to know is what an epidural looks like, what it can do for you. You're going to need to know some natural pain management. Those are the things that you do need to know, but you're going to make the choice if you're going to get an epidural when you're in labor. Even if you made the choice when you're in your 9 months, doesn't mean it's going to happen in labor. So getting informed, getting prepared, so important. Making choices, don't stress about it. It's just something that I see a lot online. So if you're stressing about, Do I want to be induced? Do I want an epidural? No, make the choice when it's an option. Don't stress about it now. Just get prepared and get informed. So those are the things you don't need to have on your list, but I do have a 9-month checklist of things that you can go through. I'm going to link it up above and down below. Hopefully these took a little bit of stress off your plate. But thanks for joining us here at the Pregnancy Nurse, where we get you prepared, not scared, for your upcoming hospital birth.